You're the caregiver, not the rider.
I'm the on the ground, build the love and trust. I deliver the babies, but do not ask me to ride a horse.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you heard it here, folks.
Everybody who knows me, they laugh. I fall walking. So, yeah.
Welcome to Lifestyle Profiles. I'm Wendy McGowan Ellis, and today our guests are from Becky's Hope Horse Rescue. We have Sue Chapman and Lari Mcconegly. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. So tell us your background first, how you got to Frisco. We want to hear that, and then we're going to hear all about Becky's Hope Horse Rescue.
Sure. We started about 21 years ago when I was in corporate America, and my brother-in-law bought some land southeast of Waco in a city called Marlin. And as we were going down to see the land, we saw a horse along the side of the road that was near death, and it kind of got the ball rolling, and we came to understand that there are no resources for horses really in the state of Texas. Everybody does the small animals, but really don't get involved with horses. So since he had 80 acres, we decided to pursue the man who had this horse. And finally, after a month of negotiating, we got Becky. We named her Becky, and she was in dire condition, and we had to take her to A&M for about $10,000 worth of surgery. But what it did was it made us understand the need in the area and really throughout the state for what we call a frontline rescue, people that go out and investigate abused, neglected, abandoned animals, and then take action to get them rehabilitated and rehomed.
Okay, now Lari, tell us your background and how you came to become involved in the organization. Because I'm taking it, Sue, you're the founder, correct?
I'm one of the founders,
One
yes.
of the founders. Okay, so Lari?
I've been into horses my whole life. And we moved to Texas in 2005 to Frisco. And I had horses. I brought mine on. And I originally was coincidentally at the property that we're on now. It was another venture, I guess you'd say, that was there. And I had moved off the place with my horses. I had gone to some other different barns, and I ran into somebody 5 years ago, just 5 years ago, that I had known from there and said, oh, you know, there's a rescue that moved on, horse rescue that moved onto the property. And I said, okay, what's the name? And I came out one day in May 5 years ago and walked on and met Sue, and we just immediately clicked.
We did.
And I've been there ever since.
Okay. So what are some of the most pressing needs that you guys address when a horse or a large animal comes into the organization?
Always the first thing, of course, we tell people is the money. You know, we're one of the few rescues where none of us get paid.
Right.
And so every dollar goes to the care of the animals. And with large animals, their costs are so much incredibly higher than, let's say, a dog being rescued.
Yes.
So the first thing that we have to do is get a vet check done to make sure that there are no diseases, injuries, you know, prolonged conditions. And then from there we set with the vet what the feed schedule will be. So there's the vet costs, the increased feed costs, hay costs, you know, quarantine area, and that's just to start. So horses are extremely expensive, and we try to tell new horse owners, part of our mission is education, because I think people don't realize that you don't just stick them in the backyard, they eat grass and they're fine.
Right.
That's not the case at all. And they also don't understand that horses can live up to 30 years.
So this is a commitment when you have one.
A long-term
Yes.
commitment.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very financially challenging business, but I tell you, the rewards outweigh all of the stress of getting the money, because there is nothing like the love you receive from these animals, and not only that, but what they can offer people in need emotionally, physically. You know, they do so much for people who have, you know, injured souls, who are, homeless children, different kinds of things that they can give back.
So let's talk about that a little bit, because you do have a program within the organization that people can come in and pet and take care of. Tell me about that.
Well, we have a sponsorship program where if someone sponsors a horse, they it's like owning one without owning one.
Okay.
And so we have different levels that allow for different different privileges, I guess is the best way to say it. We don't have an open door policy because these are rescued animals.
Yes.
And they're 1,000-pound scared rabbits, basically.
Right.
So we don't just say, hey, come on in, you can pet and feed. It's not like that. It's very structured, and but we do have tour days, which is the first Saturday of every month from 11 to 2.
Okay.
And people can come in, they'll be told stories, they get to meet the goats and the sheep and the pigs and see some horses, learn a little bit about what rescue is. And for a long time, Bubbles was our spokesperson, and his story went worldwide. We just lost him. But his mission of showing kindness to all animals, but especially what Bubbles is known for is to be an advocate for senior horses. And his program will continue. And those senior horses are the ones that we would use to help, like, let's say a vet comes in with PTSD and they don't want to be part of a structured program.
So therapy.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we're not your typical psychologist on the ground.
Right.
We're what we call love therapy.
Yes.
And we're very much indebted to all of our first responders, and so our hearts go out to them, and this is a way we can give back. But ironically, which is one of the things we're announcing here for really the first time, is that we started a program called Texas Rescue Riders. It's a mounted search and rescue team.
Okay.
Our rescued horses will be rescuing people.
So Larry, tell us a little bit more about the search and rescue program and how that's going to work.
Right now we have 6 riders. We all have our own mounts. Most of them are from the rescue. I use my mare, which is, I've had her entire life. So, but we've been trained. We use advanced riders. We use advanced trail riders to come in, and they're all a part of the Becky's Hope family. And we go out and we've been certified. We have all our own equipment. We have our trailers. We're all ready to go. And right now we're contacting different organizations, different areas, different law enforcement to say, hey, look, you have a problem. We come out. It's free, and we'll do what we can do as far as searching for something.
You guys are a part of our Give for Frisco platform, and you raised the second highest amount of dollars on that one day. On February 14th was Give for Frisco Day, and the mayor has proclaimed that day as Give for Frisco Day from now on. So tell us how you did that, or did you have a strategy around that?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Let's talk about that.
First, we're honored to be part of the program.
Oh,
I am so impressed that Frisco did this. I mean, I think one of my personal missions and Larry's is that we oftentimes as nonprofits, we look at each other as adversaries instead of being resources to each other. And I think if we could all come together and say, look, we're all in this. There's plenty of funds out there. There are plenty of volunteers. Let's work together to make this more effective for all of us. So when I heard about Mayor Cheney's program, I was extremely excited. I think he's doing something that really speaks to the heart of what Frisco's about.
So final question, how can our viewers get involved if they want to volunteer, donate, help? Where do I go?
Best thing to do is I tell people, feel free to call me. I can kind of listen to what they're thinking. My phone number literally is posted on 121. I am everywhere. But, they can go on our website, which is beckyshope.com.
Okay.
We have 3 separate Facebook pages. So we have Becky's Hope Horse Rescue, Becky's Hope, and then Bubbles Rescue Horse.
Saving our large animals one horse at a time. Becky's Hope Horse Rescue. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here.
We appreciate it.
Yes, Larry, thank you.